Good morning. It is day 2 of our trip and we are heading to Trails End. So that requires us to get on the golf cart and go pick up our breakfast. We did a mobile order, and fun fact, the earliest we could mobile order was for 7:30. So let's go see how breakfast goes. Okay, so I'm here at Pioneer Hall at the cabins at Fort Wilderness Resort. And this is sort of one of the main, if not the main area where there's lots of dining options, transportation, and one place to shop, a gift shop. But they're close, but they're all not connected. And it's an outdoor area. So I thought I would show you all around because I like understanding where I'm going before I go. So I could show you that here. And in case you're caught in the rain like we were yesterday, you can know where to sort of hide out or take coverage as you wait for it to go away. And also, it's pretty empty here because it's breakfast time, and I'm kind of surprised at how few people are here, so I thought it would be the perfect time to show you around. So let's go. Right, so this right here is the Hoop-de-Doo review, and this is sort of the furthest left point of what's called Pioneer Hall. So on the maps, you're gonna see Pioneer Hall, and just know that it's referring to this one long building, but within this building, there's technically 3 different things to do. So I will show you that right now. So like I said, the first one right here is Hoop-de-Doo Review. As you can see here by the sign, it is all you can eat food, but also a show, and you get a drink. You can make reservations on the My Disney Experience mobile app right there. So yeah, it's at, you get seated at 4, starts at 6:15 or 8:30, Wednesday through Sunday. It looks like a really awesome show. There's performers, there's a stage. It looks pretty interactive. The food looks great too. This was closed for a minute during COVID, and I know that people definitely were excited that it was back. I have not done it yet, and I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to do it on this current trip due to the plans that we currently have. But yeah, it's supposed to be really fun. It's definitely really high on my list of things to do. Over here, and look, there's some restrooms to the left. Trails End takeout to the left. Speaking of Trails End, this is sort of the main quick service dining option here. You can mobile order. We did so this morning. But yeah, there's not, of course, there's a sign right here, but it's not as obvious that this is Trails End. And these two are connected, but obviously you wouldn't go in between those things. Last night we saw the people leaving from Hoop-de-Doo Review out this way and coming out into this area and into Trails End. But it's not as if you can kind of go back and forth if you're coming to Trails End only. But yeah, I just wanted to show you all this while it's so empty. Heading this way, I was just standing over in this direction. That's where you park your golf cart. There's a playground over there that I will explore. If you walk through this ramp, heads up that there is this accessibility ramp here. We don't have our stroller now, but we often do. It's back at the cabin, so I'm always sort of aware of that type of access. Got some awesome theming here. Definitely feels like a resort of years past, like sort of the yesteryear of Disney, which really is exciting. And here is the entrance to Hoop-de-Doo Review that I was talking about. Here is the menu. So it's sort of a mixture here of what you can get. This is the main seating area. Lots of places to sit. You can order off a menu at the quick service locations here, as you would elsewhere. But there's also this really big grab and go section where they have pizza and other types of meals. You can get your Disney cup right there. You can also get it by the slice, which is great if you have small kids like I do. There's also some ice cream over here. Awesome Mickey cinnamon roll. A lot of grab and go options. Here, look at this campfire s'mores tart. Looks pretty cool. Things for the kids. I'm always on the hunt. You could even get a celebration cake if you're celebrating a birthday or something special. Right here, you don't have to wait for it. I think that's great. And look, you can even take some fried chicken home. And there's that buckaroo bread that everyone talks about. I don't know if I'm gonna try that, but I think my wife might. And there's some more treats here. Cookies. These brownies are pretty good. And yeah, like I said, you can get those right here. And then they will bring it out to your table. It's where you get all of your beverages, your drinks, of course, coffee here. If you get that refillable mug, coffee is refillable each day. And yeah, it is a really big seating area. Mobile order pickup is in this area. And back there is an arcade. Okay, there is the walk-up window to Crockett's Tavern. And so inside, this is the inside area where there's the bar. It's roped off right now because it's not currently open, but it's actually really good size. So it's kind of like a bar lounge area that's connected to and within Trails End, which is all within the same building of Pioneer Hall, like I mentioned. So pretty easy to find once you understand that it's all kind of the same building. This right here is Davy Crockett's Wilderness Arcade. I will say one thing, this is kind of small compared to other ones. They have some classics over here. Or let me see down here. Maybe it's a little bigger than I thought. Okay, it's okay sized. Bigger than I thought. I will say this area was really, really packed yesterday evening for dinner, as in it looked like it was close to standing room only. So yeah, heads up. We can exit out this way. I think I just get spoiled by Port Orleans Riverside. Not only because, you know, it's also a moderate resort, I just mean because it is really big. The arcade, amongst other things. But yeah, you walk out here on the other side of Pioneer Hall and you have an excellent view of Bay Lake. And there is one of the boats. You could take the boats directly to the Magic Kingdom or to the other resorts along Bay Lake. And I will explain all of that soon. But yeah, I just wanted to give you a look of Pioneer Hall. You can see the playground on the other side and the Settlement Trading Post, which is one of the gift shops. This is a look at the playground area. Close to Pioneer Hall. It rained yesterday, so thankfully the cast members are drying it off. Swings. To my right is Settlement Trading Post. It's good size. I will say, again, around dinner time, this was completely full. Right after everyone was waiting after it rained. And so yeah, pretty busy area, but really fun. All right, from Settlement Trading Post, there is a walkway / driveway. You can park your golf carts over here to the right to get to the boat transportation right here on Bay Lake. All right, Fort Wilderness Landing. There are no golf carts or bikes beyond this point. Now this is where you can get on one of the boats to get to the Magic Kingdom or to one of the Bay Lake area resorts. So again, this is also where you get to watch the electrical water pageant each night. There's dedicated viewing areas, which is pretty cool. So yeah, that looks like an excellent place to watch the electrical water pageant. In case you didn't know, Fort Wilderness is one of the resorts that has a great view of the electrical water pageant every single night. Gets here a little bit later though than it does at some of those other resorts that are on Seven Seas Lagoon, but that is a huge perk. Kind of makes this another reason why this resort is so unique, I think. Here is a map. This place is pretty spread out. We're way at the top up there. So you could take a fireworks cruise, you could take a guided fishing excursion, buy all those things here. Look, this is pretty cool. Types of fish you can find here at Bay Lake. We have not tried that yet. That'd be pretty cool. Maybe when the kids get older. Haven't fished in a while, but that'd be pretty fun. Here's the boat dock area. Okay, this is what I want to see. I actually have a whole blog that I published about this before because I track these types of things and where you can go and by what mode of transportation. Let's see. Okay, so green flag takes you to Magic Kingdom, operates half-hour prior to park opening until 1 hour after park closes. And the blue flag takes you to Disney's Wilderness Lodge and the Contemporary Resort. Obviously, from the Contemporary, you can also get to Bay Lake. So if you're staying at Bay Lake, make sure you think about that too. So we will be taking this later on to get to dinner. Super excited. So yeah, that's a quick explainer of how you can get to other places via boat. Again, I have a whole article about it, and I'm probably going to do a YouTube video about it eventually. But you know, the whole transportation options are just what make Disney resorts so fun, I think, and Disney World itself. And I think a lot of people don't understand that about a lot of the resorts, especially one like this, where there's a variation of camping, campsites. I even saw primitive campsites on the map. And so if you really know, you can prioritize where you're going to stay or what parks you're going to do, and those sort of work together to inform how you can get there and where you can go. And I love exploring that kind of stuff. And I think this resort, it's very spread out. Like I said, moves at a different type of pace, but that boat access, the size of the rooms, and obviously bus transportation and, proximity to other parks, it's kind of a bargain. And my wife just pointed out that this is the closest moderate to the Magic Kingdom. I think that moderate resort, in case you didn't know, there are like different tiers of resorts at Walt Disney World. There's deluxe, moderate, and value. And so this is a moderate resort. And so it's going to be sort of priced in between of what you would expect at a Walt Disney World resort. So we find the rates to be pretty reasonable. And we actually found a really good annual pass holder discount for this stay, which we appreciate. But yeah, so it's the closest to the Magic Kingdom. So you can save money, be this close if you're driving or taking a bus. You can get to the the transportation and ticket center really quickly. And you can take a boat to Magic Kingdom area resorts on Bay Lake, and then also resorts on Seven Seas Lagoon. So it really provides you with a lot of opportunity to do things to where if you don't need to rope drop or worry about getting places super, super quickly, or you are just a pro and can, use this transportation to your advantage, this place really, it offers a lot in a pretty affordable package. So I can understand the appeal, and then also the theming and the outdoor feeling to it. You don't really feel like you're at Disney World, even though I know we're here and Disney pros know this place is a Disney resort. I think a lot of people who don't go to Disney World often wouldn't expect this out of a Disney World resort. I think that's pretty cool. So the baby got a nap, and we're going to Circle D Ranch, where the girls can ride some ponies that raised the horses at Disneyland once upon a time. And those are the only people to ever live on Disneyland property, fun fact. Actually came over here to Orlando to start Tri-Circle D. Okay, so just beyond the bus stop right there are some of the stables to Tri-Circle D Ranch. This is our first time doing this. The parking was over there on that side. Here's a sign for directions. A sign over there said to come to this building to basically ride the horses or the ponies. Based on looking online, I think you can make reservations on the My Disney Experience app. However, pony rides, which is what we want to do because we have the little ones, are on a walk-on basis. So let me explore this and let you know what we need to do. So this is actually not where you ride the ponies. Fun fact, a helpful cast member just let us know that this is where you do horseback riding instead. So if you want to ride the ponies, you go to Pioneer Hall, which is on the other side of the resort, and that's fine. I did do some research before this, but potentially not enough because I didn't see the distinction about Pioneer Hall, but I could double check. But that's what we're here to do. We're here to learn and help you on your next trip. So if you want to do pony rides next time, go to Pioneer Hall, which is actually where all the food is at, and also where you can get on the boat on Bay Lake to get to Magic Kingdom. So that is pretty convenient to have that there. I just don't know exactly where it's at once we're there. So we are going to find out. So my wife clarified that the ponies are actually, watch out for these golf carts, ladies. The pony rides are actually at Pioneer Hall, close to the bus stop. So let's figure that out. Okay, we have appeared at Pioneer Hall on the other side of Hoop-de-Doo Review. You can't tell by the lively music. And we were told, oh, there it is, to park over here. And there are more stables. And I think we had to park, we're in our golf cart. So they told us to park at Pioneer Hall and walk towards the bus station, which is over here. And now we can ride the ponies, hopefully soon. Alrighty. We're at Tri-Circle D Ranch again. This facility looks a lot newer. Maybe I'm wrong, but this is where we can ride the ponies. Actually, this looks familiar from other things that I've seen before. So Mickey up there. I don't think that's hidden if it's so obvious. What do you think? What is considered a hidden Mickey? I feel like people think that any Mickey they see is, but to me it has to be really hidden. All right. Oh, there's some cool things to see here. What is this? Disney's Dragon. Wow, horse-drawn musical instrument. That's pretty cool. Wow, I'm gonna have to come back and look at that.
Yeah, this is where we pay.
Here are the rules. 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. per lap. There's the fee. Must be at least 3. Heads up, we have been in line without any cast member help for over 10 minutes now. It's pretty hot outside. So yeah, we got kids and it's hot. Just heads up. Might be a wait. We took the boat launch from Fort Wilderness to the Magic Kingdom, and we're getting to the Grand Floridian. We can either use one of the resort launches here straight to the Grand Floridian, but it is very, very hot, and the kids, and also me, want to ride the monorail. So we are going to do that around the resort loop until we stop at the Grand Floridian. Just perfect time for our reservation for Father's Day dinner. Monorail. Never gets old. on the monorail, and just want to note that from Fort Wilderness, while it's pretty convenient to be able to ride the boat and get to the monorail and get to the resort, it has taken some time, and we left. Did we leave about 2 hours early? Or less? I would say just under 2 hours from our reservation, and we're gonna make it with time, but just barely. Okay, so it was a journey from Fort Wilderness to the Grand Flo. It's really hot. One of our 2 kids is asleep. The other one is screaming. We're about to have dinner at one of my favorite places. That's the Grand Floridian Cafe. About to check in. But for now, we're just hanging out here on one of the upper levels on a big couch. And it's funny because I used to see other families like this, sort of just like splayed out and everybody like looking half exhausted or super exhausted. That's how I feel right now.
Where'd that game go?
Help. Several minutes have passed, and I got the Caesar salad as my appetizer here at the Grand Flo. Kids are playing with some coloring stuff. We are hungry and ready to eat. I understand this lighting is really bad, but I have one thing to say is that I don't drink sodas regularly, but when I'm at Disney, I do. A Coke specifically. I don't know what that means. All right, so our table is kind of a mess because of the kids, which is why I usually don't show my food, but I'm trying. This is their buttermilk fried chicken. It usually comes with mashed potatoes, but I always sub it for French fries because I don't like mashed potatoes. I said what I said. It's one of my favorite things to eat at Disney property. It's very good. One of my favorites right here. Just had dinner at the Grand Flo Cafe. Really good. Like I said, one of my favorites. And we always like just exploring the grounds here, hanging out. Usually they have some games and activities set up for kids, but they don't today. So we're just letting the kids run around and hang out. It might rain, so we will see what happens. And we got to get back on the monorail and then back on a boat and then back on a golf cart to get back home. So let's see how that goes. You cannot see the new island tower, at least from this vantage, that's being built, opening later this year. That's interesting. All right, so we're back here at the boat docks. Boat dock 1, monorail. Other gift shop and the larger gift shop is Meadow Trading Post, and it's over here close to the Meadows pool. Golf cart parking is right there. Across the street there are bathrooms and there is a bus stop. This is a much larger space. The other grocery store or gift shop, I meant to say, has more food options and some souvenirs, whereas this one has majority souvenirs, but also whatever sundries and personal items you might need. Some Fort Wilderness merch. Lots of Chip and Dale here. You could buy, they come together, they do. That's neat. I'm coming, baby. Don't know if I'm gonna need that. Yes, love. Over here is more of the food. This is a dog-friendly resort, so they have lots of cool dog-friendly stuff at both stores, actually. These bags are kind of cool. A lot of unique stuff at this resort, I feel. The other resort has a zero toy with a little doghouse that I like that we're probably going to get for our pooch who's back home. Sometimes it's just too hard to bring the dog as well. But this is really good size, lots of food. If you wanted it, it's probably here. We'll say, again, a lot of unique stuff here, some Winnie the Pooh stuff. The outdoor vibes and themes sort of carry throughout the merch here, whether it's resort specific or not. Oh, I like this cup a lot. I saw this cup online. I don't really prefer to use a straw. We actually have some of these back home, but not these bigger ones. We have the small coffee one, which we like. Wouldn't mind adding that to the collection. Walkways to the pool. Bike rentals. There's some more outdoor areas. It looks like, yeah, like little food trucks and things to do over there. I think that's also the auditorium area where Chip and Dale have a campfire. Sing along, don't worry, I'll be attending that later. We have to get the kids to sleep first. Lots to do in this area. This resort is so spread out. Kind of feel like you're away from it all. I had some, I'm not going to say ongoing reservations, but we're making it work. So far, we're liking it, and the kids love all the outdoor spaces and things to explore. It just feels like at every turn there's something else to do. Look at that. The kids are down, and I am out exploring the Pioneer Hall area here at Fort Wilderness, and I'm about to go down to the beach area and watch the electrical water pageant for the first time from this location, so I'm really excited about that. So Crockett's Tavern in the Pioneer Hall area. Can't speak for some reason. To the beach area to see the electrical water pageant. So people are bunching up already because of the fireworks at the Magic Kingdom. You can probably see it from these benches here in front of Trail's End. Also, I think those are the pros, right? They know the view without having to deal with the crowds. I will say this area looks pretty popular all of a sudden. I was down here earlier to get a sort of a crowd check, and as you can see, people are just sort of pulling up at random. Parking looked a little packed already earlier, so it's probably filled up much more since then. Oh, I can hear the music over here. Whoever was curious, music being for the fireworks show. Pretty cool to see. So that was the electrical water pageant. One of my top 5, if not higher, things to do at all of Walt Disney World. I've mentioned it before on podcasts and in my newsletter and articles, but it just is the epitome of Walt Disney World magic for some reason. I used to see pictures of it and videos of it online and on TV before I could be able to come to Disney World myself when I was obsessed as a young kid. And so I try to catch it as often as possible. And that was pretty cool because it was the first time I was able to catch it from that location here at Fort Wilderness. And it was a great view and, you know, decent time. Starts at 9:45 here. So it was right on schedule and yeah, great viewing spot. Highly recommend.